Well, people are wondering about the junk down here. There is an old drill over there, and I think that's part of an auger. But this I got my eye on. It's a real nice dump rake that would only need the wood hitch replaced. Don't really need it, but still, it's rare to find one that parts haven't been stole off. So that might be worth hanging on to. There isn't even a tooth broke on that thing. They're kind of handy, but you really need a pretty good sized field, a square field to work. See what I was saying about the river? There is the river, but there's a whole lot of this land area in here that gets flooded in a high water year, so it's kind of useless, but cows will go down there. Oh, I was going to mention, okay, this is a four-wheeler. A Yamaha 660 Grizzly. Well, I finally figured out it's got a differential lock. So I can lock in so all four wheels are driving. Otherwise, you can get into snow that's like, 8 inches deep and tough going, and then you spin. But the differential lock, that makes the world of difference. She's got a lot of, there's a lot of those little interlocking things in there. Like to start it, you got to have the brake on, and it's a whole circuit you got to go through. She's a complex machine, but it does work pretty good for this kind of thing. Everybody with cattle has got them. Nobody uses horses anymore, which is kind of a shame. Nice old combine, but I think beyond repair. Well, probably not, really. A lot of the older than this, they used a lot of wood on them, and the wood is all bad. But this one could probably be rebuilt. You look at that little bitty hopper. But she's doing enough where she's got an auger to unload her. Some of them just had a slide on the side. Good little packer. They used to use these around here. It was real common. You would have a plow, and behind that you would have a little pony drill, and behind that you would run a packer, which is what this is, a dual packer. And that's how they seeded everything in, because this is all sand up here, and you don't dig this up and leave it sit. You got to dig it and seed it right away. And that looks like a swather. This looks like some homemade packer, some kind of little barrel. Might be a good drag section there that we were taking. But a lot of gears and shafts and stuff that, I think it was a swather, but there ain't much left of it. But you could make an interesting machine out of all the parts. And this, I wish I'd have known about before. I don't know why the frame has been cut, but the hubcap says Chevy, and you look at that drive shaft, that's Chevy, old Chevy. Well, okay, now up front here, that's a whole different front end though, because that's spoked wheel and leaf spring. But I can almost bet that this back end is the same as my 47 Chevy, because Chevy didn't change during the war. They used the same parts, it wasn't until, like 49, but 47 was the first new car after the war. But the new car had all the old parts in it. But I needed a brake drum for mine, and I bet I could have pulled a brake drum off of this one. We got a little 2-row corn planter, or pieces of one, though somebody stole the covers off of the little seed bins, because they say, I'm sure, John Deere or something on them, so they take them. And behind it is a binder of some kind. It would be handy parts if a guy, that's a binder, all right. corn binder. Oh, what they call a sulky plow, 2-bottom. Somebody took the seat off of that, otherwise it looks like it's all there. A manure spreader that appears to be all there. Everything that wasn't wood. Well, the chain, the floor chain, looks like it's out of it. Yeah, a lot of scrap iron laying here, and well, this must be where they started the collection of old junk, because here is what's left of an old wagon. But there ain't nothing but hardware there. And something over there that I think might have been an old disc at one time. But, you know, it'd be interesting to take all them old levers and gears and pulleys, and you could make a heck of a contraption out of them. You know, if a guy had the time. Well, here's a piece of iron that I think might be part of a bobsled. This stuff is kind of frozen in the ground yet. But not very little action going on in the cow front. They all moved up, way up on the hill. There ain't nobody. Well, there's one calf laying over here, but everybody else is up on the top. So I think I'll go over there and lay on the hay with that calf and take a little nap.